We actually stand for Education Through Entertainment. So we came out here in LA about 2 years ago.
From where?
From Washington, D.C., actually. We produced a few plays out there, and we wanted to kind of change the way things are going with Hollywood now, and with a different slant on using entertainment to infuse and empower and educate people in a different route.
Odell.
Yeah.
Can you tell our listeners a little about your background? How did you get off into the theater? You know, a little how you got off into directing out here in L.A.?
Well, I actually started out in college. I'm an actor as well. I started out acting, and then I got a really strong passion for writing. Started doing some plays myself in college, and then I decided to develop my business, Ruffin Entertainment, which is we actually stand for Education Through Entertainment. So we came out here in LA about 2 years ago.
From where?
From Washington, D.C., actually. We produced a few plays out there, and we wanted to kind of change the way things are going with Hollywood now, and with a different slant on using entertainment to infuse and empower and educate people in a different route.
So did you deal with any of the actors or theater from the Howard University scene around there?
Yes, I actually produced one of my plays there, Tupac Tale. It was actually incubated at Howard University. And we developed it there as a one-man show, and then it became a full cast, and then we brought it out here. And that was our first production out here in L.A.
Yeah, because, you know, there is a Howard University group out here. As a matter of fact, we'll have one on coming next week, Marlo Wyatt. Yeah, she is from Howard. And we had Jamal McNeil. He's a director in the area. It's a whole group of Howard University alumni.
I'm always going to love Howard University.
Hey, let's talk about the play, The Meeting, for a minute. What is the play, The Meeting, about?
Well, it's actually a fictional meeting between Dr. King and Malcolm X, basically. And it takes place over the course of a day. And they get into the discussion. It's interestingly enough that you played that excerpt. I mean, that's something that's discussed throughout the play. I'm sure you're aware of that. But it's just the who is right and who is wrong, and which way do we move forward when it comes to that.
So what were your approach to staging this, to moving it from the script to the stage?
I mean, I did a lot of research on the past productions just to see how the blocking was and the staging was and how the characters were portrayed. And, like, we had that discussion between, should we try to imitate these characters or should we try to capture the essence of them, you know? So while we're trying to stay true to who Malcolm was and who Dr. King was, we don't want to make it, you know, sort of cartoonish, and, you know, we don't want it to be something typical that people see. We want the audience to relate to them as men. When you come and see the show, you're going to notice that. When we talked about the hype, we did try to get around that, staging it. But as Michael started to perform, he started to really capture the essence of Martin, and even more and more and more and more, to the point where I stopped asking him to sit down, you know, because of the height. I got rid of that. I just said, just do what you have to do, you know, and the same thing, both of these guys are powerful actors. And
we actually stand for Education Through Entertainment. So we came out here in LA about 2 years ago.
From where?
From Washington, D.C., actually. We produced a few plays out there, and we wanted to kind of change the way things are going with Hollywood now, and with a different slant on using entertainment to infuse and empower and educate people in a different route.